You just got off the phone with someone who needed you. Or you just finished being there for your kids, your partner, your friend, your coworker, whoever it was today. You listened, you said the right things, you held it together the way you always do, and now you are alone. And the quiet hits, and somewhere underneath everything you have been carrying for everyone else, there is this small, tired voice asking a question you almost never let yourself hear. Who checks on me? This video is for that voice, and for the person who has been silencing it for a very long time. At some point, probably so long ago you can't remember exactly when, you became the strong one. Maybe it happened in childhood. You were the kid who figured out early that someone in the house needed to hold things together, and that someone ended up being you. You got good at reading the room, at knowing when to be quiet and when to step in, at managing your own feelings quickly and privately so you could focus on what was happening around you. Or maybe it happened later, in a friendship group where people just naturally started calling you first when things went wrong, in a relationship where you were the more stable one, in a job where you became the person others leaned on, and bit by bit, without anyone formally deciding it, the role got assigned to you, and you accepted it because it felt like something you were good at, because being needed felt, for a while, like being valued, and you are good at it. That is the honest truth. You are genuinely good at being there for people. You listen in a way not everyone can, you stay calm when others panic, you know what to say when someone is falling apart at 2 a.m., but here is what that role costs that nobody talks about. When you are always the strong one, people stop imagining that you could be anything else. They stop checking, not because they don't care about you, most of them do, but because you have never once given them a reason to worry. You seem fine, you always seem fine, and so the assumption becomes that you are, and you keep being fine, or performing fine, until the gap between the performance and the reality gets so wide that you don't know how to close it anymore. Let me tell you what it actually feels like to be this person. From the inside. It feels like being the last person anyone worries about, and knowing that is partly your own doing, and not knowing how to undo it. It feels like listening to someone describe a problem that is genuinely smaller than the thing you are quietly carrying, and helping them through it, and then going home and sitting with yours alone because the conversation never turned to you and you didn't redirect it because that is not what you do. It feels like answering, "I'm good, just tired," when someone asks how you are, because the real answer would take too long and change too much and you are not sure anyone is actually ready for it. It feels like celebrating other people's breakthroughs. Genuinely, you are happy for them, while quietly wondering when something will shift for you, when someone will notice that you have been running on empty for longer than you want to admit. It feels like being surrounded by people who love you and still feeling profoundly alone. Because the love is real, but it is directed at the version of you they know, the capable, holding it together version. The real version underneath hasn't been seen in a very long time, maybe not ever. And sometimes, late at night when everything is quiet and there is nothing left to manage, it feels like grief. A slow, wordless grief for all the times you needed someone and nobody came. Not because they were cruel, because you never let them know you needed them at all. I want to talk about why you don't ask. Why you don't say, "I am struggling." Why you don't reach out the way you would want other people to reach out to you. Some of it is identity. You have been the strong one for so long that needing something feels like losing a part of yourself. Like the moment you admit you are not okay, something fundamental about who you are gets dismantled. The capable one, the reliable one, the one who handles things. If that isn't you, then who are you? Some of it is protection. You know better than most people how heavy it is to hold someone else's pain. You have been doing it for years, and you do not want to put that weight on the people you love. You would rather carry it yourself than watch someone you care about struggle under it because of you. Some of it is past experience. You have reached out before, maybe not often, but you have, and the response was not what you needed. Someone minimized it, or made it about themselves, or gave you advice when you needed them to just sit with you, and you filed that away, and the next time something was wrong you remembered what happened and you stayed quiet. And some of it, and this is the part that is hardest to say, is that you do not feel like you have earned it, like your pain is not significant enough to warrant taking up space. Other people have harder lives, other people have real problems, you have so much to be grateful for, so who are you to need something? That thought, "Who am I to need something?" is one of the most damaging things a person can believe about themselves. And it is almost always believed by the people who deserve care the most. The givers, the holders, the ones who have spent years making sure everyone else is okay. You have earned it. You earned it a long time ago. You just were never told that. I want to ask you something, and I want you to actually sit with it rather than move past it quickly. What do you actually need right now? Not what you think you should need, not what would be reasonable to ask for. What do you actually honestly need? For most people in your position, the answer is some version of the same thing. You need to be seen, not managed, not fixed, not given a solution, just seen. Someone to sit across from you, physically or otherwise, and say, I know things are hard for you right now. I am not going to try to solve it. I just want you to know I see it. You need to not have to be strong for a little while. To be in someone's presence and not be performing anything. To be the person who is struggling without it shifting the entire dynamic. Without becoming the problem that needs to be solved or the burden that needs to be managed. You need someone to check on you. Genuinely. Not a how are you that expects fine as an answer, an actual, how are you doing really? I have been thinking about you. I have noticed you seem like you are carrying something. I am here if you want to talk. Those things are not too much to want. They are what every human being needs and what the strongest, most giving people are usually the last to receive. Not because they don't deserve it, because they have built a life where everyone around them has learned not to offer it. The question is whether you are willing to start dismantling that. Slowly. On your own terms. But dismantling it. Here is the one thing I want to suggest. And it is smaller than you might expect. The next time someone asks how you are, someone you actually trust even a little, try answering honestly. Not with everything. Not the full weight of what you have been carrying. Just one true thing. Honestly, it's been a hard few weeks. I've been feeling a little lost lately. I'm okay, but I've been carrying a lot. That is it. One sentence, one crack in the fine, see what happens. Some people will not know what to do with it, and that will tell you something useful about them. But some people, more than you expect, will lean in, will ask what is going on, will stay. And that moment, small as it seems, is how the loneliness starts to shift. You cannot keep giving from an empty place and expect to stay whole. Something eventually has to come back in. One honest sentence is where that starts. I want to say something to you that you may not hear very often. Thank you. For all the times you showed up for someone else when you were running on empty. For all the calls you took and the crises you talked people through and the quiet ways you have held things together for the people around you. That is not nothing. That took something real out of you every single time. And I want you to know, the fact that nobody checked on you does not mean you were not worth checking on. It means you were surrounded by people who trusted your strength so completely that they forgot it had limits. That is a failure of attention, not a verdict on your value. You are worth checking on. You are worth someone asking how you really are and sitting with the answer. You are worth being held the way you have held so many other people. You do not have to keep being fine, not here, not in this space, not with yourself, alone, in the quiet moments when the performance finally gets to stop. You are allowed to be the one who needs something for a while. You are allowed to put down what you have been carrying long enough to rest. You are allowed to ask for the things you have given so freely to everyone else. Nobody checked on you today, but you found this, and you stayed until the end. That means something. It means some part of you is still looking for what you need. Still reaching. Still here. Keep reaching. You deserve to find it.